Just days ago, a Tempe man reaching out to us because of his concerns over low-hanging utility cables like this in his Tempe neighborhood. First, you have to see the video.
18-wheeler came across, and you could see right when it clipped. It's hard to tell, but you could almost tell when it bent the pole, because then everything stopped.
Everything stopped because several poles fell, knocking out the power to the camera.
I mean, we got lucky.
But a cell phone camera capturing one of those utility poles that came crashing into Mike Baker's pool with 5 kids inside last week in the Hughes Acres neighborhood in Tempe.
They weren't power lines that ended up in the pool, they were communication lines. I'm not sure if a communication line can electrocute you, but still, it's the thought of lines falling from the sky into a pool.
Cox Communications confirming that the semi took down Cox lines. They say that the lines that fell into the pool, thankfully, were not electrified. Kids ages 8 to 16, the youngest taking it the hardest.
He was so frightened that he was running around in circles and he couldn't escape. And he was prepared to run back through the hazard area to get home because he lives right over here. We had to stop him and actually hold him because he was so scared.
And you said he doesn't want to go to the backyard.
He didn't want to go to his backyard.
And across the alleyway, Mike's neighbor had a utility pole fall into his shed and work area too.
What's the big question that homeowners like you have in this area, would you say?
So my biggest question is what is Cox doing and the city's doing to make sure that these lines are of proper height? Because that truck was of proper height and that line is supposed to be a couple feet above that.
We asked in the city of Tempe, telling me once the lines and poles are up, there are no codes or ordinances for low-hanging cables like we saw. Neighbors would have to complain to the utility companies, and it's up to them to maintain them.
Yeah, you reached out, I mean, in your email, very like, something needs to be done.
Yeah, something has to be done. I'm pretty sure that this city has the ability to at least come out here, take a look, and do some enforcing. I don't know what that looks like. I'm not going to tell them how to do it, but they're elected, and they should be able to do something about this.
Almost touch this.
Yeah.
These families worry about how there are other old poles next to new ones that they say have been sitting there for years.
It feels like nobody knew who was responsible for that pole once the new pole was put in after a certain period of time. Was SRP supposed to grab it? Was Cox supposed to grab it? And then when you call them, it's like they don't have a system in place. They don't have a check sheet to actually work through these kind of issues.
As for those kids inside the pool, these are 2 of them sharing their story with us.
I think about it all the time. I like one more second in the pool and it was like, yeah.
I keep thinking like, what if like we didn't get out or they didn't like.
Or what if we didn't react fast enough?
Yeah.
What if we weren't out of the pool fast enough? It was weird because we're usually in the center of the pool. Like we're usually playing like games in the center of the pool.
Like right there.
Like right in the center of the pool. But like last minute we were like, oh, let's play a game over by the stairs.
Reporting in Tempe,
We were lucky.
I'm investigator Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.